Hello, my name is Travis Allred, and I am the Early Learning Project Manager for a local nonprofit called Envision Utah. Our mission at Envision Utah is to ensure Utah has a bright future. We work in issues like air quality and water, but also issues like education, where one of our goals is to help every child get a great start. One way we do that is by empowering parents and caregivers to become more purposeful and effective brain builders for their children. That's why we're thrilled to be able to partner with you. So, together, we can help parents and caregivers give their children a foundation that will help them with learning, communicating, and social and emotional skills for the rest of their life. Let's start with some science. The brain, unlike our other organs, is pretty underdeveloped when a baby is born. In fact, most brain development happens during the first 5 years of life. And during this time, the brain is shaped by every little thing it encounters. Even simple interactions between parents and their baby will cause that baby's brain to light up, creating hundreds or even thousands of neural connections every second. Those neural connections become the foundation for thinking, for learning, for communicating, for the rest of that child's life. So when parents talk to and engage with their babies, it's not just cute, it's a powerful interaction that's building that baby's brain. Parents don't have to wait until their kids can talk or even until the kid can visibly respond. This can start the moment children are born. Things like eye contact, kind and loving words, soothing tones of voice, and a rich, complex language build things like language processing speed, social emotional skills, and also increases focus, grit, and even future math skills. So, knowing what we know about how a baby's brain grows and the importance of talking to children all the time, the natural question is, can we help parents be better brain builders for their kids? We think we can. And that's where you come in. We're trying to surround parents with encouragement and coaching to give them better and more brain building conversations with their kids. So imagine a pregnant mom hears about brain building from her friends at work. Then she sees a news story about early brain development on TV. Then at the hospital or clinic, you might share how important her role is as her baby's primary brain builder. So, how can we help moms and dads unlock their potential and become better brain builders? Well, Vroom is a platform designed specifically to do just that. It sends parents or caregivers tips, activities, and advice to enhance the time that they already spend with their children. This helps parents turn everyday moments into brain building moments. So, parents can use Vroom in two main ways. The first is through a free smartphone app, and the second is through a weekly text message from Vroom's virtual assistant. Tips are age specific and designed to be done in even the smallest of moments with kids or while taking care of everyday tasks. Things like bedtime, bath time, mealtime, or while you're out and about. All of these are great times and opportunities to engage in brain building with young kids. Let's try a Vroom tip. This one's aimed at newborns. When you're changing your child's diapers, make funny noises and see if you can make them giggle or coo, and then giggle or coo back at them. How many times can you go back and forth? Follow their lead and have a conversation with faces and sounds. By responding and following your child's lead, you're building connections in their brain. They will need these for language and conversation later on. This Vroom tip teaches parents that all kinds of conversations will help build babies' brains. Even when these conversations are just noises, they're still learning. When I read this tip for myself when I had a newborn, it forever changed how I think about my own baby's brain and what I can do as a parent to help her learn and grow. Something that's very important for us, for you to know, is that Vroom is free and 100% non-commercial. It was developed simply to be a tool to help parents and caregivers understand that they already have everything it takes to build their children's brains. With just a little coaching and practice, they can foster strong and healthy brain development. We encourage you to download the app or sign up for the texting service and read through a few tips yourself just to get a better feel for how easy brain building can be. As you help us in this critical effort, you join the ranks of thousands of other brain building ambassadors across Utah and across the country. Evidence shows that young parents listen and learn the most from trusted voices in their life like yours, and they're the most impressionable to new information right after the birth of a baby. Now that you've been equipped with some brain building science and some brain building materials and resources, it's time to share what you know with the families you interact with every day, along with other brain building ambassadors in our communities. You're adding your voice to caring professionals in our education systems, our media partners, and our nonprofit, government, and religious partners who are all sharing brain building science right along with you. To help you incorporate these ideas into your daily practice, we've identified some strategies you can apply anytime you're approaching an interaction with a family to create your own brain building moment. These are invite, praise, model, and discuss. You can use one of these 4 strategies in every kind of patient interaction. Let's take a look at these strategies and talk about possible examples of how you can use them in your practice. The first one's called invite. Now that you've got information and resources to share, you can do your part simply by letting families know that these resources exist and inviting them to try out a tip or activity. You might say something like, "Have you tried out the brain building activities we have on the wall? You can try them out while you wait. Did you take a look at that flyer in your folder? There's some great stuff in there about brain building and talking to your baby all the time. Have you heard about brain building? Download the Vroom app to see how easy brain building can be." Our second strategy is praise. Another simple action you can take is to just encourage a family when you notice them sharing a special moment with their child. Since your words have a really lasting impact, if you point out and celebrate a specific behavior, they're far more likely to repeat that behavior when they get home. For example, if you're checking in a family for an appointment and you notice the caregiver is allowing the child to answer the questions for themselves, you might say something like, "I love how you let him answer my questions when he's able." When kids try out new things for themselves, it can really build their self-confidence. Or for staff working with newborns, you might say something like, "You two have such a great connection. Her eyes light up when you two look at each other." Our third strategy is modeling. Now that you know about the benefits of brain building behaviors, you can simply model them for parents. When the opportunity arises, you can feel pretty confident in demonstrating how families can encourage early learning. They'll notice how their child responds to you, and they'll be excited to try out that same behavior when they get home. So imagine I'm taking a child's vital signs before an appointment. I could model how to use games to practice inhibitory control and focus on executive function skills. For pediatric staff, you could play the statue game. Say, "Can you hold your body so still like a statue?" These games are really fun and help children practice that self-control skill. For newborn staff, you might say something like, "Hey mom, notice how I'm talking to him while I do these vitals." And then say, "Hi, look at you. Look at those beautiful eyes. How are you doing? Are you so sleepy?" And then the fourth strategy is discuss. You can briefly discuss any new information with families, and with just a little more context and background, caregivers can feel even more empowered to engage in brain building behaviors on their own. It can also be helpful to add some explanation when you model a behavior or offer praise. So for example, I might be bringing some paperwork over to a mom who's trying to soothe her crying toddler. I might say something like, "It's okay if she gets fussy. That's totally normal for a toddler her age. Responding to your kid's needs with warmth and affection shows them how relationships work and helps them develop important life skills." Audiologists and hearing specialists, after screenings, you could say, "Congratulations, mom and dad. Your baby's hearing is perfect. So now's the perfect time to start talking to her all the time. Not only can she hear everything you say, but she's listening and learning from everything you tell her." Pediatric staff might say, "Hey, how are you doing with your brain building? It's important to squeeze in lots of those back and forth moments to help their brains grow big and strong." With strategies like this, it's important to remember that your words matter. It's really important to help your parents understand how critical they are to the cognitive development of their kids. So now we know brain building moments are all around us, and now we know a little bit more about how to invite parents to learn about brain building, model behavior, offer praise, and discuss specific brain building strategies with parents. The last question is, what are your brain building moments? Think about the moments that you share with families throughout your day. Where would you work brain building conversations with families into your daily routine? By turning everyday moments with parents and kids into brain building moments, you're helping parents be a little more conscious, a little more purposeful, and a little more deliberate in how they approach interacting with each other in their shared moments with their children. Remember, you have a unique opportunity to shape the future every time you interact with families, and what you say really does matter. Check out vroom.org or envisionutah.org for more information on how you can be a better brain builder in your everyday moments with families.